It's Will here from Indie Game Life with my currently not great mic. Welcome back to Indie Game Preview, the show where we tell you about upcoming games that, while still brewing, have a lot of potential. Well, the team developing Sea of Stars are Sabotage Studios, who you probably know from their smash hit The Messenger. Since the success of their first game, they've upgraded their name, adding the Studios element to it. Publishing has not yet been confirmed. However, The Messenger was published by Devolver, who have published a number of major indies, so it is possible they may work together again. But nothing is confirmed at this stage, and it's common in the indie scene for developers. But nothing is confirmed at this stage, and it's common in the indie scene for developers to move between publishers frequently. Before we go any further, have you played Minecraft, Stardew Valley, Rocket League even? Well, they are all indie games, and if you think about it logically, it would kinda make sense that you subscribe to Indie Game Life. Anywho, back to the video. Whereas The Messenger was a throwback to classic games, specifically Ninja Gaiden, Sea of Stars is an adventure JRPG that cites Chrono Trigger as its chief inspiration. In fact, they actually have Chrono Trigger composer Yasunori Mitsuda, trust me, I had to practice that one for a while, contributing music to the game. That's cool, that is cool. The game will be heavily story-based, as most classic JRPGs tend to be, and the gameplay will revolve around turn-based battles. Right now, the game is fairly far from release. More on that soon. The studio has announced their intention to release not only on Windows PC, but also consoles. Also, there's no confirmation yet as to which consoles will receive the game. Luckily, it will most likely be a wide release onto all available consoles. But things could change depending on the publisher and how the game development progresses. As mentioned above, the game is far from release. How far is it? Well, currently the game is scheduled for 2022, so we have at least a year and a half before they can really nail down an estimate. The state of the world currently, gaming in general, and many other factors might influence the release date, so while it is currently scheduled for 2022, nothing is set in stone at this time. Unfortunately, if it is to move, it will most likely be pushed back based on the size and scope of the project. The Kickstarter for the project reached this goal in 7 hours and has since massively succeeded it. The Kickstarter for the project reached the goal in 7 hours and has since massively exceeded it. So there is really no doubt at this point that the people want the game and the studio plan on finishing it. While many games are made using another game's template, the best ones always are the ones that add their own spice. Something like Clive and Wrench is a good example. Rather than trying to make a clone of a game to piggyback on its success, these developers use the template and create something new. And that's exactly what Sabotage Studios are attempting with Sea of Stars. Chrono Trigger composer Yasunori Mitsuda conveyed a similar feeling about the game and the team. Although there are still many games being released with the classic style, I don't think players are satisfied with just nostalgia, he said. As seen in the previous game, by adding new systems and ideas to classic formulas, Sabotage Studio breathed a fresh, new air into their work. So, what are they doing differently with Sea of Stars? Well, for one thing, it's actually acting as a prequel to The Messenger in terms of story, as it will show us the events leading up to the world of that game. Battles can be avoided in most situations as the enemies appear on the screen, and you fight in the same location, which also means no extra loading. In addition, they have added a Paper Mario or Bug Fables style timing system to attack and defense. For those who aren't familiar, this means pressing the button at the right time will increase your damage or decrease the enemy's health. But most importantly is the change to the battle system. Rather than trying to hit hard and fast like most games, Sea of Stars employs a system where you take time to increase power before causing massive damage, which makes boss fights an exhilarating prospect. Alright, here comes a bit where I beg you to subscribe. Now, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe for me, or the team who worked hard on this, or even the channel. I'm going to ask you to subscribe for Muggy. Muggy's our mascot. You see that little coffee mug, right where our channel logo should be. Muggy can only feed on subscribes, and he's looking very malnourished at the moment. If you can find it in your heart to donate just one subscribe, Muggy will love you forever. Thanks for watching, folks.